oh boy, the stupid people are out today. I just had to block a whole bunch of stupid people. I can't, no patience. You can't argue with Trumpanzees and MAGA morons and Trump knuckle draggers. You just can't, you can't argue with them. There's no reasoning with them, and it just takes up too much time. So when I see stupid people, and I'm seeing a lot of stupid people today, I'm just blocking them, okay? So if you had access to my content and now all of a sudden you don't have access to the content, it's because you're stupid.
Nope. Nope. No. Jordan, to you, I say unequivocally no. All right? I don't know what you wanted with this here, if you thought that somehow I might do something like create and establish a safe space where all my readers, regardless of their political opinion, can come and enjoy my books. That's not the case, Jordan. It's 2025, and all the fucks that I had are gone. I have no fucks left to give to you, Jordan. This is not a safe space for you. My platform is not a safe space for you to come and feel validated in openly supporting the democratic breakdown of our state and the rise of an authoritarian dictator. A dictator who is a homophobic, racist, misogynist, narcissistic piece of shit asshole. All right? You can support him all you want. You can love my books, I guess. I don't understand what you see in them, frankly. I don't understand what you can see in them, seeing as every single one of my characters across every book in my entire canon is anti-Trump. They're as anti-Trump as me. Do you know why? Because I fucking wrote them, Jordan. So this is not a safe space for you. This is not a safe space for Trump supporters. You cannot come here. You cannot come here to my page and ask me to just accept your violence. I do not accept it. I reject it, Jordan.
Then I would like to be very clear about something. You're not safe here. This is not a safe place for you. You have chosen to throw your hat in the ring with the most morally reprehensible among us. You have told everyone around you that all of the horrible, disgusting things that make up the worst parts of that political movement, you are okay with, provided that it means certain concessions are made to you and your whiteness. I don't want anyone to, again, this is not a safe place for you. I think the choices that you've made in terms of what you believe are right make you a bad human being. You cannot be a good person and pro-Trump. You literally cannot. Okay, let's be extremely clear about that. Everything that you have decided that you are as a human being is reprehensible because you have chosen to be that person. I hope that clears things up.
Join me as I dive into the controversial topic of whether being MAGA really poses a threat to people's safe spaces. The concept of MAGA and safe spaces has become a cultural phenomenon, with both sides often clashing in today's society, each with their own ideals and values that seem to be in constant conflict. MAGA supporters and the idea of safe spaces have always had a tense relationship, with many incidents where political beliefs have disrupted these environments, leading to heated debates and confrontations. This tension is often fueled by the perceived intolerance of MAGA supporters towards certain groups, which can make it difficult for people to feel safe and included. Many proponents of safe spaces view MAGA as a symbol of exclusion and hate, which can be alienating for those who don't share the same political views. The tension between these two groups is further exacerbated by the fact that MAGA supporters often see safe spaces as a threat to their freedom of speech and expression. There have been numerous instances where MAGA supporters have intentionally disrupted safe spaces, causing chaos and undermining the sense of security that these spaces are meant to provide.
Listen, I don't know what planet some of y'all live on where you think that you get to go into anyone else's space and be a complete fucking cunt and then not have them reply to you. It's like we're just, because we're creators, because we're influencers, because we have an online presence, we're supposed to lie down and take whatever bullshit you want to lob at us? No, okay? Because here's the thing, not here, not in my house, not in my space. If you misinterpret the content, that's on you. Some of you are so fucking allergic to nuance, it's not even funny. Like it's legit maybe an epidemic, I don't know, but you should work on that, that's on you. If something I say has nothing to do with you, right? And you're like, oh, that's not me. I'm not talking to you. Crazy concept. If something that I say makes you feel a type of way, you should sit with that and figure out why. That's again on you, okay? And I don't care if you like me or not. I don't give a single fuck because you're not real. I don't know you. We're strangers on the internet, all right? I'm gonna break that parasocial relationship. You don't know me. And I don't have to be nice to you, okay? I'm not gonna mask my meanness because you decide to run your fucking fingertips in my comment section or in my DMs and think that I'm just gonna be like, oh, I can't say anything back. Eat my fucking asshole, actually, you know? Anyway. I'm
going to make something abundantly clear. I don't fuck with MAGA or their bullshit. So if you are going to come to my page and comment Trump shit on my videos or be rude or just be MAGA idiots, your comment will be deleted and you will be blocked. So enjoy your cult.
The implications of MAGA rhetoric on safe spaces are far-reaching and complex, with both supporters and opponents having strong opinions on matter. Some argue that MAGA rhetoric is inherently divisive and exclusionary, while others see it as a necessary challenge to the status quo. Real-world examples, such as the Charlottesville protests, have shown how MAGA rhetoric can be used to justify violence and intimidation, which can have a devastating impact on safe spaces. On the other hand, some argue that the backlash against MAGA has gone too far, with some people being unfairly labeled as hateful or intolerant simply for holding conservative views. The impact of MAGA on safe spaces is also closely tied to issues of identity and power, with marginalized groups often feeling like they're under attack. As the debate around MAGA and safe spaces continues to evolve, it's clear that there are no easy answers, and that finding a way to balance competing values and interests will be an ongoing challenge. A critical insight into the impact of MAGA on safe spaces is that it's not just about politics, but about people's sense of identity and belonging. Many people who support MAGA feel like they're fighting against a culture that seeks to erase their values and traditions, while others see MAGA as a threat to their very existence. This sense of existential threat can be incredibly destabilizing, leading to a breakdown in communication and a lack of empathy between different groups. The statistics are stark, with many people reporting feeling anxious or fearful about expressing their political views in public, which can have a chilling effect on free speech and open discourse. Furthermore, the impact of MAGA on safe spaces can also be seen in the way it has emboldened hate groups and extremist ideologies, which can have a devastating impact on marginalized communities. The controversy surrounding MAGA has also led to a rise in activism and advocacy, with many people working to create more inclusive and welcoming spaces for everyone.
I didn't vote for Kamala Harris. I voted for Trump.
If you voted for him, you were not a safe space. Now let me sum up your video really quick because you went on a 9-minute justification tour trying to convince people to still like you after you telling the world that you voted for Trump.
After I say this, that you still like me. I hope you still like me.
I'm going to dive into it and tell you exactly why that's wrong. You voted for a man who was not only convicted of essaying a woman, but who also brags about essaying women. And me, as a survivor of SA, I would never feel comfortable going to a trauma center and working with trauma specialists as yourself, knowing that you supported a man who does that. You voted for a man who has decades of recorded racism in his past. You, being a multiracial woman of color, What does that make you feel like? You voted for a man who's doing everything he can to make it so women don't have choices over their own bodies. And the one that you should be really concerned about is that you voted for a man who's trying to erase an entire community of people, a community that makes up less than 1% of the entire population, because you said,
Owner of a trauma institute, mom of a non-binary kiddo.
not even for your own child. I wonder when your child grows up to be an adult, if they realize that you voted against their own interest. And after all that, the comment section is never wrong, because nobody has to continue liking someone for voting to harm other people, because that's what you're voting.
This is not a safe space for MAGA. Not at all. Not safe. If you don't want me to attack you, don't comment. You guys are so fucking blind and so hateful that it is making everyone hateful. Off! Do not comment on my shit. You suck. You are the scum of the earth. You're below the scum of the earth. And for any one of you maggots that do comment, I'm going to automatically report it. Automatically. I'm going to flag it. Go ahead. Give me a try. I'm not even read what it says, even if it's, oh, I'm sorry, you're a little upset, or even something that's semi-nice. I am reporting it. So off.
Hey there. I just want to say my page is a safe space for everyone because I have a heart. That's what being woke is about, if that's what you want to call it. Being liberal, if that's what you want to call it. But maggots, this is not a safe space for you. I even disowned my own mother. She is dead to me. So, if I'm going to excommunicate my own mom, what makes you think that I give a fuck about you? So, like always, maggots.
I've started and deleted this video so many times, but the crux of what I want to make this video about is the fact that I just blocked someone for commenting an eye roll emoji on a video I made comparing the inauguration with a German rally in 1942. And I guess the thing is that the eye roll emoji it's so... I was even second guessing. I was like, maybe I'm overreacting by blocking this person, but I don't think we've got any room in this political hellscape for minimizing what this is, for acting as though we're overreacting. You know, people who are telling us to get a grip or whatever. We have got a grip. We've got a firm grip on reality, and it's terrifying. I'd love to loosen my grip on reality. I'd love to sit back and go, oh, all these people, they're being so silly. It's not that bad. It is that bad. It's terrifying, and it is that bad. And if you're a follower and that's how you feel, you can unfollow. I'm not that desperate for followers that I want people following me who don't see how bad things really are, or who are unwilling to see how bad things really are. If you just want to live in ignorant bliss because it's easier, or hateful bliss because that's who you are as a person, then go ahead and unfollow me. And if you're going to comment things on my videos, I'll just block you. I don't care. I don't want you here.
So I posted a video on the 5th of April showing the large crowds, the exuberant crowds, and the wonderful nature of the protests, the hands-off protests that were occurring, not just here in Austin, Texas, but, you know, across the entire United States. The day after, I was watching TikTok and I came across, you know, a lot of MAGA lives, a lot of MAGA posts where they are absolutely losing their minds at how angry they are that there are people who have the audacity to protest their freaking Fuhrer. And of course, that spilled over into my video as well. Now, don't get me wrong. I got a lot of outpouring. It was wonderful and positive, and people are happy to see that Texas is standing up against this tyranny. But the number of crybaby maggots that polluted my comment section with all kinds of gaslighting and lies and all the typical stuff they like to do was just staggering. Now, outside of the considerable number of death threats that I was getting, what I also noticed was
unaliving threats just because she posted a video of the successful walk she attended on April 5th. Now this is sad. People like that are either the most weakest and enjoy life by trying to make people feel just as they do, or they're the most dangerous people who sit around daydreaming about doing the most evil things to another person and will if ever given the chance.
That I was getting. What I also noticed was a lot of gaslighting and lies, and I want to help try to dispel real quick some of those gaslighting and lies. One, they said that the crowd was only 100, maybe 200 people at best in Austin. It's not a representation of the anger of the city, or the city of Austin, or the state of Texas. And they said it only happened in Austin. So let's dispel both of those first. So Google has confirmed using its tracking software, which it does, that the space that encompasses the south lawn of the Capitol during the 3 to 4 hour window the protests were occurring contained anywhere between 14 and 27,000 people in Austin, Texas. News reports, news outlets, business owners in and around the South Austin area and Central Austin area around the Capitol confirmed that the massive crowds were definitely imposing. Now, I don't know the exact number. Google doesn't know the exact number, but I'm going to go ahead and say that they're pretty accurate with their testing than they have been in the past. Now, as far as it only happening in Austin, no. We had protests in Dallas, we had protests in Fort Worth, we had protests in Texarkana, protests in Denton, protests in Amarillo, San Antonio, Houston, freaking Freeport, El Paso, all kinds of cities.
The key points to take away from this conversation are that the relationship between MAGA and safe spaces is complex and multifaceted, and that finding a way to balance competing values and interests will require empathy, understanding, and a willingness to listen to different perspectives. The need for understanding and dialogue in addressing the challenges posed by differing political beliefs cannot be overstated. And it's only by engaging with each other in a respectful and open-minded way that we can hope to find a way forward. At this point, the best thing is to just stay out of people's safe spaces if you know that they go against everything you currently believe in. And that goes for both sides. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic in the comments below. Is this happening to you on social media? MAGA, do you find that the leftists are doing this to the people in your group as well? Be sure to share your opinions in the comments, and check out my other videos for more discussions on social issues. Thank you. We see you.
Yes, politics are huge right now. Yes, you should. It's really hard to be friends with Trump supporters because Trump is doing horrible things, and it's crazy that anybody would even support that. But you know what? I'll text you. Text me back.